Welcome back, Flare community. I hope you're all well and having an incredible day as always. Looks like the chat's filling up pretty nicely as always, and yeah, you know what time it is. It's time for the weekly news update. We're going to cover the latest and greatest news over on the Flare and Songbird network, and yeah, we're just going to jump straight into it. So if we jump over here, actually, we're going to start with the FTSO monitor. This is Flare's official website. And I'd like you guys to let me know, do you think this is useful each and every week to run down the data providers and their accuracy? I was thinking of maybe removing this segment because, you know, we're doing this on Thursdays now and the epoch hasn't really had much of a chance to start, right? I believe it started, you know, it lasts 3.5 days and it's there's still 3 days and 9 hours left to go. So it's only just started. So the reward rate during the time we do these live streams are not always going to be that high. So it's something I've been considering. But anyway, we will quickly do them now and see what's going on. We've got Aureus OX in first place, Solarius, in second place. We've got Lena Instruments in third, Nortso in fourth, and Evolve FTSO in fifth. So congratulations to all of them. Okay, yeah, we're getting a bit of a feedback there from Eric saying maybe remove the segments. I'm going to do this, but I quite like to do the Sparkles one because I guess it doesn't really have a deadline, right? This is Sparkles, the leading NFT platform over on the Flare and Songbird network. Hoping to see some more, actually. A little bit of competition would be very nice. I believe Enosis are working on their gallery, and there are a few others, but not that popular at the minute. So that's going to be interesting. We're just going to see who challenges Sparkles and see what they can provide. So, scrolling down here, we've got the 7-day chart here, the 7-day volume. Topping the charts is Blockbones. That's a project that I founded, and I'm absolutely humbled. In second place, we have the Loyalists collection. In third place, we have Luxury Lofts. In fourth place, Flare Apes. And in fifth place, we have the Fat Cats. And something to really just mention, you know, although I am biased, this is quite, well, it's factual, right? Blockbones here, as is the occasion on many days, it's absolutely taking over NFTs on Flare and Songbird. If you look at this volume, it's 35x more than the Flare Apes volume, and that's the second place on Flare, but Blockbones is actually taking up more volume in the past 7 days than every other collection on both the Flare network and the Songbird network combined. It is what it is, you know, and I'm really incredibly appreciative of the support for this project. We're bringing something new to the Flare network in the form of dynamic NFTs. I'm going to talk a little bit about that in just a moment. But first, I wanted to remind you that it is the Flare drop day today. So if you haven't yet claimed your monthly Flare drop, you can do so right now. Of course, this is a monthly event out of 36 airdrops. If we look here, these are the dates. 11th of January, if you're D-Day over in the in Australia, it might be the 12th. But these are all the dates, and we're almost a third of the way through. This is the 11th of 36 airdrops. The airdrops last until January the 30th in 2026, so still quite a while away. And you basically are eligible if you are staking or if you are delegating. So again, just a reminder, be sure to claim if you haven't already. Any unclaimed flare drops after 90 days will actually get burnt. So just a bit of a warning there. Insane volume, is that in terms of my mic? Give me a second, I'll just turn it down a little bit. You guys let me know if it is too loud. Perfect. So moving on, we've got this news here from the Flare Network saying that exactly 1 year ago, they marked an important chapter in the Flare journey. And this relates to the TDE, the Token Distribution Event. Yes, it's been just over a year since the Flare Network launched. Pretty incredible stuff, and I'm sure you will all agree that time really does fly in crypto. It seems like only, well, actually saying that, you know, the Songbird network, that's launched for quite some time now. But the Flare network being only 1 year old, I don't know, it feels like it's quite mature, and I take that, I think that's mainly because of the familiarity that we have with the Songbird network. It's already gone through a lot of the teething pains when the Flare network launched, and we jumped straight in, and yes, it's just over a year old. They've made some incredible achievements in the past year, and this is a bit of a reflection on 2023. 424,000 wallet addresses, 80 independent validators and data providers. 76% of FLR is either wrapped, delegated, or staked, which is a very high in terms of the industry average. 51% is delegated to the FTSO, that's the Flare Time Series Oracle. 9% staked to validators, and over 155 projects building. Yes, this really is the place to be. We all know about what makes the Flare network so special, and I think other people are starting to be intrigued about that, and hopefully we can see an increase in builders over the course of 2024 as some more of this functionality comes to light, and that being layer cake and also the state connector and the web connector too. I was actually had the pleasure of co-hosting a anniversary ecosystem call. I do this every month with the Flare team, with Hugo, and we always have some very interesting guests on. I was there representing Blockbones as well. We had Bifrost Wallet, Covalent, we had Enosis, Sparkles, Subsquid, and Solidify too. It was a really great conversation, and if you haven't yet read up on this space or listened to the space, I'd recommend doing so. If you are strapped for time, you can actually find it here, a bit of an overview. And if we come down here, you can sort of get a bit of an update if you just want to read it within the space of, 5-10 minutes. You can get all of the juicy information you want. And Hugo said that 2024 is something to really look forward to. And we're going to see a bit of a tagline, I guess, from Hugo. Let me see if I can find it. There we go. This is what Hugo said. I just asked our team to have a t-shirt made saying Flare 2024, ship everything. So this is the FTSO upgrade. This is layer cake, it's F assets, and everything in between. So I think that 2024 really is going to be our year. Moving along, staking is now available via Bifrost, which I believe is probably the most popular wallet on the Flare network, maybe excluding MetaMask. It's certainly leading the way in terms of mobile devices, and if you do have the Bifrost wallet installed, be sure to update it because now you can stake via Bifrost. Of course, this is a bit of a double-edged sword for some people. All those that are staking already can expect the staking rewards to decrease, and if you are delegating and remain delegated, you can expect them to increase as more people move over to staking, and eventually we're going to see all of this sort of equalize over the course of the following months, and you can expect the rewards to be somewhat similar, but I always would expect staking to be higher maybe just marginally, but because there is a negative effect of staking, it is actually locked up. So if you're staking, you're not going to be able to use your FLR to, buy NFTs or participate in DeFi. Whereas if you're delegating, you have the freedom to do with your FLR what you please. Just something to consider. And if you didn't already know this, I think it's quite an interesting infographic here. 70% of the inflation rewards does go to delegators and 30% goes to the stakers. If we look at this infographic here, we're currently in year 2 for the Flare network, where we've seen the inflation rate drop down to 7%. And in about a year's time, just under a year's time, we're going to see that inflation drop to 5%, which is still quite a modest amount. And of course, with Songbird, we're approaching that 5%. Here we go. Oh, sorry, it already is 5%. July 2024 is when we can expect it to happen for the Flare network. So get your delegation and staking rewards while they're good. Moving along here, this is a new listing on the Flare.builders website. They create a really good website, actually, which we can just quickly have a peek at. They got all the projects here that are building NFT collections, metaverse collections, infrastructure providers, gaming, ecosystem, DeFi, attestation providers, wallets, utilities, all of that good stuff. If you are interested on finding some projects that you may not have necessarily heard of, this is the place to do it. The website is Flare.builders. They recently added this one here, and it's another dashboard. And, I really love a little bit of statistics and data analysis. This is from Oracle Daemon. They are a signal provider. They've created this nice little infographic, this statistics dashboard, let's say, where you can observe trends within the Flare ecosystem. So interesting to look at if you are into that type of stuff. I know data doesn't really get everyone excited, but for me, I do like to notice the trends and various statistics. That's oracle-daemon.com. Moving along here, we have Netic Market. They're producing a DeFi platform that is going to launch on the Flare network. This is another infographic that they was talking about utilizing some of the F assets, which is always great to see. And you're going to be able to do margin trading, participate in liquidity pools. And I'm excited to see exactly how this works out. I'll be keeping a close eye on this. And actually, I just saw a post here from Kirsty in the chat. If you are a participant of the Enosis ecosystem, they do have the Helion airdrop happening in 6 days' time. And these have a month expiry date, so if you don't claim within 30 days, they do get burnt. Now, I'm obviously going to be claiming mine, and you should probably claim yours too. Otherwise, you're going to be leaving money on the table. You can find their website through the DeFi suite. Speaking of Enosis here, they did actually end a lot of the farms over on the Songbird side, and this was quite a while ago. This was last week, I believe, but it's always important to give you guys a bit of a reminder. If you was participating in any of these pools, XFi, the SFIN, and with Canary Dollars, or a combination of them both, they did expire. And what does that mean? It means that they're not earning rewards anymore. Now, if you haven't already changed them, you can go to the Enosis website and click on finished farms or expired farms or show finished farms or something similar, and you will be best off exiting your liquidity from that particular pool and then adding it to some of these other pools which have just been created, basically just swapping them over. One of the big changes that they made actually is right here. Increase this a little bit so you can see. The new farms will emit 50% less SFIN. So that's to, I guess, increase the longevity of SFIN. They can't give it away forever because it is a finite amount. Over the course of the past couple of years, a lot of SFIN has been emitted via these pools as rewards, and that's just been chopped in half. It's going to allow more pools to be added in the future, and also, I guess, retain that ability to reward people for supplying liquidity. Just a bit of a reminder there. Staying on the theme of Enosis, yes, the Gateway of Destiny is still live. This is an ongoing project. It's still live where you can mint Quark boxes, and there are a lot of prizes which you can win for this. So if we just give it a quick click here, there are a lot of different prizes. There we go. Nintendo Switches, there's MacBooks, there's golden obelisks, there's merch, there's PlayStations, there's all kinds of stuff, and there's still plenty left. 2,500 have already sold. Scroll down a little bit, there is this tiered system where this is the big granddaddy prize. In fact, I think it's a 200 gram solid gold, which is the biggest prize. But as you can see here, there is a tiered system. Currently, we're in tier 3, and these are the prizes. There's a lot of samurai NFTs up for grabs as well. But I think everyone's hoping on getting this one here, the gold obelisk, 200 grams inlaid with black diamonds. Excuse me. Quite a desirable prize. That's if we sell all 10,000. I don't know, we'll see how it goes. We're a quarter of the way there, and if you are interested, you can buy this with Canary Dollars, which is a stable coin. Maybe not so stable at the minute. It's been issued by Enosis. Yes, we did have the flare drop, as I mentioned, and that means that it's almost time for the Lucky Claw NFT live draw. This is a live draw that happens every single month in line with the flare drops, and all you have to do is hold a Lucky Claw NFT. Each NFT has a number attached to it. That's the token ID, ranging between 1 and 1,000. And if you are holding one of these, you have at least a 0.1% chance of winning the jackpot every single month. As I said, there's at least 24, I think there's 25 draws left to go. And each time we have 50,000 FLR to give away. This is the prize pool for this week, or sorry, for tomorrow or this month. 50,000 FLR. We've got a Flare Community Poker deck. It's a physical deck of cards. We've got a Blockbones NFT, got a Doodle Bunnies NFT, a Johnny Lawrence Launch NFT, a Delegators NFT, an Expector DS Collection NFT over on the XRP ledger. We've got a Sparkton NFT and the Phoenix Project Founder Edition NFT. Quite the prize pool. And yeah, you can find them over here on Sparkles. And that's what the page looks like. Just search for Flare Community Lucky Claw, and you're going to find them all here. All the numbers. Looks like the floor is currently 6,400. And yeah, you do also have access to the S Grow account, which is only growing. And yeah, exciting times ahead. Over onto Blockbones. This is something that I announced pretty recently, and it's about the fundamental idea of the project. It's all about having dynamic NFTs. That's the main foundation of what the project is about. It's something that we haven't seen on the Flare network before, but there is an additional bonus, and that is that I announced initially that you can have FLR rebates based on the rarity of your NFT, and these are going to be claimable every single block. So if you create a really rare NFT with rare traits, you get to claim FLR based on that. But as I said here, some things are changing, and if we scroll down a little bit, whoa, hello. You know, I really wanted to continue the Flare network ethos, and that was to include multiple currencies and the idea of interoperability. So instead of just having FLR rebates, you're going to be able to choose what you want to receive, whether that's FLR, whether it's the Bones coin, or even F assets or other assets that are issued on the network. You hold the NFTs, you get rewarded, and you get to choose currency that you want. And it's basically going to be very simple, but it's quite novel. You know, this idea, it's all about tapping into the liquidity and decentralized applications that are already built on the network. basically going to be the smart contract interacting with a decentralized exchange on the back end. You select what currency you want, and then you can claim every second based on the rarity of your NFT. So something that I'm pretty proud of. We have the website here. For those who are holding a Blockbones NFT, if you have it in an unrevealed state, you can go over to, the reveal page. And this is where you can reveal which base layer you have, whether it's the diamond, the gold, the normal, the holographic, which would be very interesting. They're very rare. And you can do that here. And if you are interested in seeing what has been revealed so far, you can just go to the statistics page. Looks like, we've got about 30% left to reveal. And you can also see some of the statistics here on the odds on, what you can expect to reveal. There's still 4 holographics out there to be found. So there are some holo hunters, as I like to call them, trying to find some. But yeah, it is pretty interesting. And, these NFTs, the floor price for the unrevealed has been increasing steadily. But if you do want a chance of winning one every single month, I'm giving away a Lucky Claw NFT and also a Blockbones NFT, one of the lowest token ID numbers, and it's going to the Flare Community Patreon Legends. You may have seen the Flare Community Wheel of Appreciation. That's one of the benefits here, and every month, before we do the Lucky Claw live stream, which is happening tomorrow, I'll be choosing 2 Patreon members to win both a Blockbones NFT and also a Lucky Claw NFT. Now, if you are already holding a Lucky Claw NFT, you may not know this, but you can actually claim, if we just go to the Flare Community website, it's theflarecommunity.com. If you go to claim FCC here, you can basically input your token ID and you can claim FCC. And I mentioned this because we are having a poker tournament. It's the silver tier poker tournament. If you go to the store, you can buy NFTs with your FCC, your Flare Community coin. Now, we're having this silver poker tournament on Sunday, about the same time this stream started. So for me in the UK, that's 10 p.m. Not sure what time it will be on your end. Obviously, we live in different time zones, but you can claim your FCC. And if you haven't claimed before, you may even be able to accumulate enough to just buy this, and the prizes are pretty generous. If we just move over to this one here, give me a second. Yes, there is going to be a prize pool of at least 24,000 FLR, and that's if we have 8 people. I believe there's 5 people that have confirmed right now, but obviously as more people join, the prize pool increases, and yeah, you can basically have a shot at winning this just for claiming your NFTs, your FCC for holding a Lucky Claw NFT. Hope you can make it. If you do want to get the time zone and the details, come over to the Flare Community Discord and check out the recent announcements. So just one thing to wrap up here. 2020, obviously this is a little bit outdated because 2023 is over, but 2024, it's going to be a big year for the Flare network. F assets are coming, Layer Cake is coming, the FTSO upgrade, which allows for up to 1,000 different price streams, almost every block as well. I believe that is the intention. We've got the web connector, which is going to allow Web 2 data and off-chain data to come on-chain in a verified manner. And obviously the state connector, which is doing the same, but for Web 3 and other blockchains, right? Party is yet to start, and honestly, guys, everyone watching here, really is a pleasure for you guys to be joining me on this journey. Please feel free to like the video or the live stream, help spread the word, and obviously subscribe if you haven't already. And if you didn't know, every Thursday after the streams, we always have a good old chinwag here on the Flare Community Discord. Everyone is welcome. If you scroll right to the bottom here, you're going to see this community stage. I'm going to be starting it in the next couple of minutes, just for a good chatter, little talk about anything you like, sometimes Flare related, sometimes not, but like I said, everyone is welcome. So I hope to see you there. And if I don't, have yourself a great weekend. don't forget, Lucky Claw holders, the big draw is tomorrow, about 24 hours from now. I hope you can make it. And if not, yeah, enjoy yourself. And until next time, I'm out.
We have liftoff.